Why do you want to solve helium?
Like
Helium.
measure proton size in helium rather than, I don't know, use a proton source or hydrogen directly.
That's the argument. They don't know if the hydrogen proton, basically they don't know if the proton gets squeezed or not when they get close to you.
Oh, I see.
So there's no affirmative answer to that.
But helium plus is an ion.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's hydrogen.
That's right.
Basically.
And I also think like the nice part
Which is
is
still
that
way
helium
Plus
is
it's
supposed to be
hydrogen. There's two protons.
Helium's basically hydrogen.
It's close. And that's also why
It's close.
It's the most hydrogen.
That's right.
Besides
Anything
hydrogen.
else?
Because it gets so close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but anyway, that's the argument that like you solve to some parameter A, which is the guess of the side that the proton doesn't get squeezed, and you've got some space parameter, and then or you solve the proton can get squeezed, and then there's some space parameter, and they give you two very close but distinct answers.
Me when my protons are squeezed.
And like it's also like such a precision level that it's like ridiculous. I think it's like up to like the 8th. No, that's like the 16th or like the 28th digit.
It's a lot of. They have like a lot of orders of the standard model that they're just fucking writing down.
Yeah. So that's why I know I sound like a pedant, but it's just like.
Well, you just are a pedant, but it's okay.
Okay. Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
You're crazy if you don't.
Pedants
include
are
some
what
of
we
that.
wear, actually.
If I don't include some of that,
Yeah.
I will try. Did I press go on the camera?
I
Oh,
don't think
God.
so. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, so the reason I feel like helium is chill is also it's like the first system you study with like what is it like fermionic states and stuff, right? Like I don't know, it seems like a really chill.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
correct. Helium is also the first system that we ever used to like have like Bose-Einstein condensates and all that shit.
Ew.
It's fucking cool.
Yuck.
Because it's easy. You just have to cool it. Like yes, you have to always cool the Bose-Einstein constant, but it's easy to cool helium because helium likes to be cold.
Easy to
Hmm.
cool condensed matter guys at like 0.1 Kelvin. So easy.
Well, no, that's the thing because it becomes the first order Bose-Einstein condensate when it becomes Cooper pairs, which means two helium atoms pair up to become friends, and then each
besties.
double pair, yeah, they are besties, and then each double pair becomes an independent particle that behaves as a boson, is only at 4.7, like 4.72 Kelvin. It's like
That high?
it's really high.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then if you want to get it to individual atoms, you have to go to like millikelvin or whatever.
Cringe.
But it gets like, sorry, it's 4.27 millikelvin. If you want to get below that, it becomes 0.427 millikelvin or something.
Oh.
But still, like it's like a dill fridge. You're using a dill fridge. And they did those in like the 30s.
Oh, what?
A dilution refrigerator.
It's
Oh.
where you put your pickles.
Yeah.
That's
Hilariously
what I
enough,
thought.
you use helium to cool helium.
That's stupid.
Because apparently, they figured out that with helium, if you shove it through like a really thin pipe, it becomes a really strong conductor of heat. So all you do in dilution refrigerator is like you shoot helium into these pipes like really, really rapidly, and then you make the pipe smaller and smaller and smaller until it touches the surface you want to cool, and then it like pulls heat away, and then you shoot it back up into a wider surface.
And then you cycle it.
Yeah, and then you recycle it.
That's
And then you can cool helium with helium and get it down to, the first Bose-Einstein condensate level.
that seems like cheating.
It is cheating.
It's
It's
cheating.
that's why
Totally
helium is like really fucking easy. And then you've got two crazy Russian scientists, Landau and Lifshitz, who like discovered.
Sorry.
What'd you call me?
They basically discovered that like there's this whole different types of sound. There's like first sound, second sound, third sound, fourth sound, and I think sixth sound.
What the
Bro's
fuck
just
happened to
making shit up.
fifth?
I think fifth sound is not something
Fifth sound
you
is just
can do
pentatonic, so-
in liquids. I think you have to be in a gas.
I saw them in concert one time.
Oh no, fifth sound is fermionic. That's what it was. So you need fermions to do it.
I've already
Mm.
done the damage.
You did. It's already over. There's a really cool lab at UCLA, the 1080Q, the 1080D, where you do all of them. Like they bring out a dill fridge.
Oh, damn.
And you cool it down, and then you like do all the pressure experiments that they did, and you can see all the different ways that
I
sound.
didn't know we were a condensed matter
works.
podcast. That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm done now. This is what I did for undergrad research.
Boo.
Can I take that class?
Boo his ass.
Can I take that class?
Not anymore. You're not a grad student anymore.
Fuck me, dude.
Well, you could try to rush. You could try to rush the class. Like,
Oh,
you
I
know,
thought
just
I
going-
was imagining Patrick rushing for
Oh,
like sororities.
No.
Now-
I'm joining Sigma Pi Sigma.
you know that
Yeah.
sorority video where the door opens and all the girls are lined up on the steps and they're all singing at the same time.
What?
Have you never seen
That's-
that?
that
The final
scares the
boss
shit
of
out of me.
sororities.
Oh god.
Hi guys, I'll go to down the basement.
Hello.
We're having a tough one today.
We're chilling. Much like helium, allegedly.
Oh my god. Helium cool.
Helium is cool, yeah. I prefer the helium ion.
Okay, you know what? This has been too much physics.
Yes, let's get back.
Allow me to change the subject.
Yes.
We all know it's gonna happen anyway, so let's just get into WoW real quick.
Sorry, here, this is
Hi, I'm Maddie, Recruitment Vice President.
I'm Caitlin, Chapter President. I'm Jean Marie, Formal Recruitment Chair. We've been waiting for you all summer. We're so glad you're finally
What is this
here.
from? Oh my god. yeah. I was imagining the boss music already. Yeah. Holy shit. No, that's commendable.
Dude, you gotta spec into AoE for that.
it's one of my favorite videos.
That's so scary.
Oh,
I think I
anyway,
may
yeah,
have just developed agoraphobia from watching that. That's crazy.
behind every sorority door, there's one of those. It's,
No,
Every
ain't
double
no
door
way.
will
it's
encounter
the amalgam. It's the amalgam of all the sorority girls
no,
that
thank
failed.
you. Jesus Christ.
All right, wow. Let's get into WoW.
Yes, let's get into it. Okay. So I was talking to my cousin over the weekend, and he has gotten back into playing it. But
Oh,
he's a big fucking what is it? He's kind of a mole person. Not that he does delves, but
Love that.
he mains
Shame.
like pet battles and like cosmetics and shit
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
Okay.
Dude, yeah.
I
But-
can't get into pet battles.
But you know what is like the most sought after cosmetic?
Tell me.
It's usually going to be the mythic tier mount
Mhm.
Yes.
from the boss. And also maybe you might as well, if you're gonna get that, you might as well just get the whole transmog set from the mythic raid tier.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does one go about this?
Play a lot of mythic raids.
You kill the mythic boss, it doesn't drop for you.
Yeah,
and
you
call
do
it a
again.
day.
That's right.
Okay, so that's what happens to you if you're a normal, small-minded American player. Okay, this is not what happens over in China. All right, if
The
you
promised
want,
land, one
okay,
might say.
so like, what do you? So my cousin has been able to get the mythic Gallywix mount.
I
How did you do
I have
this?
I have a qu- I have a
Do we have
question.
some guesses?
I have a question.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
please.
But you can continue guessing, but I have a question when you're done guessing.
Oh, he multi-boxed.
That's giving him too much credit.
That's giving him too much credit. Did he? Oh god, did he like run raids? If like it lost, he launched the next character. He did it again. He launched the next character. Did it
That
again.
assumes that he has that many characters that are able to kill the boss.
Okay, what the fuck did he do? What the fuck did he do?
What's his bank account looking like now?
It's looking pretty good, actually.
Oh, you
good.
can purchase it. I thought it was like bind on drop.
Well,
See, but now again, it's just
He
small-minded.
purchased the fucking
Your
account.
Small-minded American brain
Oh
is still
my God.
eluding you.
No, it's still not even
It's
that.
It's much easier than that. It's actually something that I think you might have performed in the past.
It's
Or
probably, yeah.
so what you do in RuneScape, for example,
Yeah.
if you want that cape without
Oh, you
dying,
hire somebody else?
That's correct.
That's even more insane.
And it's insane because they are fucking lightning fast and they fucking work for cheap. I do not understand how they are getting
What the
away
fuck?
with this. And also, like, no one gives a shit. This is obviously against TOS, but also, like, you can get. So, wait, actually, let me just. Here, I already alluded that it was cheap, but how much do you think, like, each sort of mythic drop in the tier costs?
Oh my god! Like if this is like a real, business where it's not cheap, I would imagine it costs like 1,000 or 2,000 per item. But
Like dollars?
Yes.
USD? No.
Yes, I mean this is what the magma capes cost
That's
in
insane.
RuneScape.
No, I mean,
So, but that's why I'm saying like I'm
see.
surprised.
yeah.
So like, is it like a couple $100?
So my guess, right, is I'm gonna guess somewhere between 10 and 20 million gold.
Okay.
That's my guess. Right.
What's that in dollar?
Yeah.
And
In dollar, how much does that?
I
translate to?
think WoW token right now is $250,000.
Okay, so,
So 4 WoW tokens, $80, $1 mil.
for one slot.
Yeah, 80 times 10, $800
For
All
like
of it.
for amount.
For amount,
For amount, yeah.
Oh,
Just
interesting.
800 to 1.5k, I would say.
bro.
Okay.
It's fucking like $20.
What?
It's $20.
No.
Okay,
Each-
pause. I have a
Mythic
question.
Gallywix mount?
Yes, and he also got decked out in the full mythic track set from the tier. It cost them like $5 to $10 a slot.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
I
no,
have a.
dude. No,
First of all, how do I get in contact with these people? No, other question. Well, I guess I'm a little confused by. I thought you could only have a chance of like getting a drop once per week.
That's a very very good question that you're bringing up.
yes.
Because your character can only roll it one time. And so how does this work? What this means is basically you pay the guy. The guy probably is either on a really kick-ass guild that can just do this shit, or I don't know if they're just hacking the goddamn game at this point. But the point is, when you can pay for a carry in like in the US as well. But like the only sort of I guess like you can pay for a carry that's like, oh, we'll funnel all the gear to you, or just we'll pay I'll just pay you to get like cutting edge or something without any gear. Those are probably in WoW token like rates, which makes it in-game gold, which makes it not against TOS for a carry. But in this case, what they're doing is basically they're doing the funnel strat until you get the dang thing.
Okay.
Dude, that's absurd.
It's insane.
Like in US servers, I feel like this is like the kind of like prices I was talking about. Like
Yeah.
Like if I were to like go onto like some website that is certainly illegal and would be TOS as fuck, right? And like look up like how much this is.
Yeah.
Like I did this for a tier in the past where I like looked it up,
Yeah.
right? It was like several $100s.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Nah.
to get fucking CE.
My guy spent less than like $80 and he just has CE like multiple times over.
That's crazy, dude. That's insane.
And the thing is, right, like even if you miss and you don't roll it, like okay, so what you have to do is obviously extremely toss, because it's not that like he's playing the game and he's getting carried in the raid. He's just straight up giving him their account info.
Oh, so it's account sharing as
Yes,
well as
it's
as
extremely
IRNT. Okay.
aggressively account sharing.
I see.
And so they have your password, and I don't know why they don't just run away with the fucking account, but like they don't give a shit.
Well, because they're gonna pay again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yes.
you
yes.
pay-
Once
your
your service,
recidivism rate
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
so high.
Look,
Like
Yeah.
this is a drug dealer effect, right?
Yeah.
Like the drug dealer could shank you.
Yeah.
If you show up to the dark meeting and steal whatever is in your wallet.
Yeah.
But if the drug dealer gives you good shit, you're going back to that
That's
drug
true.
dealer,
That's
and
true.
you're
Yeah.
also telling other people about that
How good
drug
this-
dealer.
like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, exactly,
Fuck.
exactly. I mean, unironically, and this happened in Los Angeles in real life, where with Little Tokyo. So Little Tokyo started off with like unironically like a big hive of like Yakuza members,
Holy
and
shit.
then they realized that if they keep the place safe for tourists, they can make more money. Have you never noticed how there's no cops in Little Tokyo?
That's really
like
funny.
ever. Just,
Holy shit.
exactly, it's big brain plays right
Yo.
here.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, it's really funny to just see a guy who doesn't give a shit about like any of the sort of competitive or like hard ass content and just like walk around in like full mythic track gear, like mounting up from like pet battle to pet battle, just doing his shit. You know, it's like really
Dude.
funny. And wait, let's see. I forgot one other element. Oh yeah, so you can get unlucky, right? So obviously, you know, a full team of 20 people, even if they're all going to give it to you, like, you know, it's not like you're guaranteed to roll the mythic mount, but it's sort of like a guarantee, and you pay one time. You don't pay per roll, which I thought would make so much more money for them, because like you missed this time. It's like, pay us this like $10 one time for like this like tier leg slot or something, and we'll just fucking grind it out for you until you get it.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
fucking crazy.
So the mount works a little differently,
Oh.
right? So like the current tier mythic boss, right, will drop multiple mounts. I believe. I think
Oh, I
it's
see.
guaranteed to drop 2,
Oh.
and you can trade them. So if the group is comprised of all characters that either have it or have no desire to use it, you can trade it first try.
There you
problem.
go. Okay.
Yeah. This is how like the buyers people, get there.
I see. But it's not
They're
always
shit.
like this.
Yeah, for other loot it is not.
Well, I mean, like for other tiers, like the mythic mount is also not. Is it always a guaranteed?
So I think that not every boss has a mythic mount, and you, until the end of the expansion, you can have multiple guaranteed drops in every kill. But the minute that the expansion ends, then it goes usually to like a 1% drop rate.
I see.
Right. So, for instance, like there's a mythic mount off of Fyrak,
Yeah.
the Flame Owl, which is
Yeah,
sick as
it looks so
fuck.
cool.
Oh
It
god,
looks
it's
so
so
cool.
cool. And in the
Harmonized?
past, you could have 2
You guys
drop.
harmonized. That's it.
It's cool as shit.
No. You harmonized, and I saw the waveform, and they were the same size and the same shape. It was perfect.
That's how fucking cool it
No,
is,
that's why I'm laughing.
That's how locked in we are.
That's right.
But in the past, like 2 would drop, and nowadays it's a 1% drop chance. So
Okay.
yeah.
I see. But yeah, I just got all that info off it, and I was just like, that's absolutely insane.
I'm just
brother.
absolutely stunned.
Yeah,
about
it's
how
like-
cheap it is.
like a whole order of magnitude cheaper.
Like
than you
bullshit.
yeah, like,
It's
like
crazy.
almost 2 orders of magnitude
Yeah.
cheaper.
It's
like,
2 hours magnitude than I thought. I thought 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I feel like I've heard streamers that like sell carries
Sure.
talk about like selling mythic Gallywicks,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think the figure was somewhere around 10 to 15 mil gold,
God damn.
which like for real money, that's a lot of real money.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
How do you guys feel about selling carries?
I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
I think it's fine too, because I feel like it's thematic. It makes sense. You go to a guild, you pay them, they get you through it.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, this is also how
Yeah.
guilds fund themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind it. I just know people who get really upset about this.
I mean,
don't.
it's like, at the end of the day, the person who paid for CE knows they paid for it. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of just like
And-
a hollow thing to.
Yeah,
hold
and your
around,
logs
you know?
reflect that too.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
exactly. Ain't no way
you
if you're
know.
paying like 20 mil for a carry, your parse is gonna look any good. so
Mhm.
no,
whatever.
they're probably just gonna have you kill yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Right?
you don't
Usually
actually.
That's what happens.
I think so, because then you
Why
don't.
kill yourself?
Because then you can't roll an important mechanic that might
Mhm.
kill the guild.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you insta die, then you can't get a mechanic.
yeah.
And you still get the point. It's like getting
Yeah.
an injury
Mhm.
in
Yeah,
hockey, and you still get your name on the NHL trophy. You're like, yeah, you were there, but
Okay.
you
1 second into the season.
It's just his wrists explode. They're like, we couldn't have made it without him. Just-
Anyway, here's $20 million in real life.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't care about carries. I feel like the like WoW token thing makes it like more permissible.
Yeah,
right?
I think
like
so.
selling stuff in game, I don't think is at all against the terms of service. So like I absolutely then do not have any problems with it whatsoever. Even if it was RMT, I don't really care. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I also think it's like cool that if you're playing at a really high level, the amount of like consumables and random like the cost of playing for being like a high level player is really high.
Mhm.
So you can fund yourself, and people who don't necessarily care as much about the game but still want the achievement can like help support like these high level players in
Mhm.
that way too.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't think I don't feel like I would want to pay for carries.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more interesting to do it yourself, you know?
Agree.
Like I feel like the
Mhm.
journey is a little more important. But like I totally get it if you're like, fuck it, like I just want the item.
Yeah.
Just give me the item. I want the item. I want the achievement. I don't fuck with the journey. So
Yeah,
just make it
that's
happen.
why I asked him. I'm like, but like, doesn't it feel like kind of empty in terms of the achievement. It's like it's not about the achievement; it's about the cosmetic. I'm like, you're so right.
You're so right, King.
You're so right.
I mean, different players are for different things, right?
That's right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So actually, because I mentioned hockey, I just want to say one thing
Mhm.
because
Go
I found this
nuts.
funny ass. This stat is hilarious. So, do you know what Skinner's stat is, Patrick?
What is that?
I know.
So
I know
Skinner
for
Skinner
this
is
playoffs,
the Oilers, the Alberta Oilers.
Mhm.
Well, Edmonton
Edmonton
Oilers.
Oilers.
Sorry, from Alberta.
Close enough.
They're a hockey team. They're kind of right now the most insane team to watch because some nights you'll watch them and you're like, a bunch of high schoolers are running around with a hockey puck with two adults. And then you know, the next night happens and you're like, oh my God, this team is going to win everything and they're never going to give up like the Stanley Cup for the rest of the year. Like not for the next 10 years. It's insane. You get one, they spawn in one or two. There's nothing else in there.
Yeah.
But they had a goalkeeper named Pickford who unfortunately got injured. And his backup goalkeeper, don't look up the stat.
No, I'm not going to
Yeah,
use
yeah.
that.
Their backup goalkeeper replaced. He came in. Now, their backup goalkeeper is legendary for being a regular season hero.
Yeah, so even then, I think their starter goalie, like on paper, is Stuart Skinner.
Yes.
think that's
Sorry,
their
you're right.
actual starter goalie.
He was their starter goalie for the first 2 games, and then he got an injury, and then Pickford entered, and they won 6 games in a row.
Holy shit.
And then Pickford got injured, and then he came back in. So that's what happened.
Oh,
yes.
no.
So, but
Yeah, I know his playoff stat. I don't know his
Uh-oh.
for this year at least.
so his entire playoff stat.
No, I don't know that.
His
It's going to
historical-
be amazing though.
His historical playoff stats are horrendous. Okay, like Will, no. Not only are they bad, like statistically, you're better off not having him. Okay, okay. That's so. There's something called a percentage per 60, which means 60% of goalkeepers reach this percentage. Okay.
So it's like a percentile.
Yes.
Okay.
So 0% means you're as good as 60% of the
Setting the
goalkeepers.
percentile randomly at 60.
Oh
is
no,
so
it's not
confusing.
randomly at 60. It's 60% because to get into the playoffs, you have to be better than at least 60%
I
of the
see.
teams. Yeah.
Okay.
So to be in the top tier of teams.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to give you the second worst playoff. Okay? Like the second worst percentile of 60 is currently only for this playoff season, Connor Hellebuck.
Okay.
And it's sitting at negative 0.09%.
How do they calculate this?
I don't really know.
Okay, but it's just like a
based
lot
off
of different
yeah,
players.
yeah,
They
yeah.
probably compare the save percentages to all goalies.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
I
And
think so.
then the negative percentage probably infers that
It's
he
below.
is worse
Yes.
than the 60th.
Oh,
He is-
this is
yeah.
only for goalies.
Yeah, so he's about 1%, sorry, negative 0.9%. He's about 1% worse than than 60%.
Yeah, middle
okay?
of the road, like barely doing playoff goalie.
Yes.
see.
Do you want to know what do you want to know what Skinner's at?
Bro, come on.
Is this just for this playoff, or is
So
this
just for this playoffs, he's already the historically worst goalkeeper.
Wait, how?
Yes.
How is
And
this
then-
possible?
and then his
Wait,
entire-
surely the sample size is too small.
No, the sample size is huge. It's 120 years worth of history, and
No.
thousands.
I mean his.
He has 126 games.
Oh.
It's a huge amount of games.
Wait, there's already been that many games in the playoffs.
No,
this
there
is-
can be a lot.
Wait, is this the number of games for everybody that's played so far? in the
Or just
playoffs?
his game.
Or just his games?
No, the number of games he has participated in
In the playoffs.
the playoffs
He
is
has
like
120
yes,
playoff
let me
games.
double
Wait,
check.
what?
But
Are
let me
you
double check. Let me
kidding?
double
Wait,
check.
how
Let me
are
check.
there? Oh, so he's been in multiple playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I thought we were talking about some like new person that's just been dogging, but he's been around.
I think he's old.
Oh shit.
I think he's old.
Oh no,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay, sorry. He's participated in 50 playoff games,
Okay, that's still a lot of playoff
and
games.
he's participated in a total of over 120 memorable games, and then he's played a total game of 200 hockey games.
Okay, but we're just
Just
looking.
200 hockey games?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're just looking at playoff stats. all
Yes.
right? And he is worst by far. So I'm gonna guess in the tens of percentages.
So
So I'll say conservatively, maybe hit him with like a health. Wait, is there like a lower bound?
the lower bound is 0.
Lower bound is minus 60.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
all right, maybe. I feel mean.
No. This is how I get paid millions of dollars to
Okay,
do one.
okay. No,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Minus 30, just cleanly
Minus
in
30.
between 60 and 0. Minus 30.
So my guy in the recent playoff stats, so like
Uh-huh.
this year's playoffs, is already sitting at a negative 10,
Okay,
which is
okay.
insane.
Well, yes, that is insane.
Because remember, the second worst.
Yeah, it's like not even a
That
percent.
is not even a percentage. And then his historical stats, this is over all games he's ever played.
Oh, boy.
He's sitting at a negative 6.6%,
Damn.
which is insane.
That is insane.
So literally, he is. If you picked a random NHL goalkeeper,
They'd be better.
threw him in the goal,
Yeah.
he's probably better.
That's insane, dude.
It's so bad. I don't understand how that's possible. And he also has something called, not just that, it gets worse somehow. There's another stat, which is goals allowed when not in crease. Okay? So the goalkeeper crease is where the goalkeeper can
Yeah, it's
operate
like
freely.
There's like a blue paint.
Yeah.
It's outlined in red, right? You've probably seen it, you know.
Are they not allowed outside of it?
You can go outside.
you
of
can
it.
go outside. It's just
That's like your home.
Yeah.
It's like where you're
I see.
where you're at. Right?
so basically the further you go outside, the percentage of them scoring a goal like skyrockets.
That makes sense.
There's some crazy stat. So he has the most goals allowed when not in crease, when not an open netter. So like open netters don't count in this. And it is unironically 15 goals allowed when not in crease.
Dude.
It is an insane statistic.
My guy just needs to stand a little closer to the crease, man. I'm professional hockey player here.
But the fucked up part is that this is he is a
I got
regular season hero.
Yeah,
Wait,
I've got,
what?
I've got a fantastic image. Let me see. if
Wait,
I can-
Yes.
so he's
So-
just kind of a god in regular season?
Yeah, when the regular season starts, my guy is blocking shots. He's like fucking knocking them out of the air. He's doing perfectly. Season starts. Something happens to him and he just deletes himself. He doesn't exist.
What the fuck? Aw.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show you a top-down image of what the ice looks like.
Okay.
Around a certain incident that happened recently with Stuart Skinner. Okay. It'll tell you what the challenge is. Can you?
Where is he?
Where is he?
Where did he go? How is he? How is he that far out? Dude.
So this is why I'm like,
you want to know
dude.
what makes it worse?
What?
Right? That guy right there?
Is that his own team?
He's on his team.
yes. So that goal was also insane because the defender, you can see he's like, oh no, he's leaving, and he sprints at full speed to get there.
So not even that. Not even the defender. This is one of the team's highest goal scorers.
Oh, wait, who is
this?
that?
This is Leon Draisaitl.
That's Draisaitl who did
Yeah.
it.
Why is he back there?
So-
Because he
he's trying to
witnessed
defend, right?
trauma.
He's seeing his lifeline roll away like ooh butterfly. Let
For
me-
no reason.
Yeah.
And the attacking player sends the puck across the crease, right? You know, like if this is the goal, right?
Yeah.
If this is inside the goal, the puck's going this way, right? There's no chance it's going to go in, right?
Yeah.
Leon Draisaitl, as you can see, streaking in. The puck gets to this point, his stick right here in the net.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still think Draisaitl did the right thing because he could have not known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that at that speed, you have no other option.
Yeah, you have nothing you can do.
But I'm not for a moment going to absolve Stuart Skinner.
No,
That's
Stuart
insane.
Skinner
Of the responsibility
it's completely
for
his
that
fault.
goal.
And the best part was, this is the thing I love about hockey, because they're like, we're gonna interview other goalkeepers
Dude, that's fucked up. That's
about
fucked up.
this. And
We're
it
going to
was-
talk to his friends.
We're gonna talk to his friends.
That's fucked
And
up.
they were all like, it's like they're trying to be nice. They're like, yeah, it's like a really tough call. We've all been there. You think you can get out there and like, pick the puck away for your guys to pick it up again. And they're like, but would I have done? No, we practice how to block those shots.
Yeah, I mean, you get paid millions of dollars to stay in that half circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Oh
I've heard
my
of
God.
playoffs nerves, but this is straight up playoffs dementia.
Yeah, like,
this is
it's so
insane.
bad.
Why
Like,
why is he
has the
doing
yips
that?
for sure. He's gotten better. He's gotten better. But like,
Okay, so I see. This is
Do you want
coping.
to talk about
He's cop-
yesterday or no?
He's coping. He's coping. He's coping, chat.
okay. So hold on. The first score was not his fault. It was a double power play. It was a fucking 3-on-5.
Okay.
And he fought for his goddamn
I mean,
life.
I didn't watch the first half of this game, so I can't.
Okay. So the first half, the first goal that was let in, completely the Jets like offensive side fault. They both rammed into oh my god, what is it called? The Stars like players. Double power play. Both get sent to the box. 3-on-5, and he blocked like 3 heroic shots. And then the last one was basically like he blocks the shot. It goes that way, and because there's 3 other players that he can rely on. There's no one else. They're all covering someone. It lands right in front of the stick of a Star, and he just like tips it in behind him. He's like, okay, no one's gonna blame fucking my boy for that. That's fine. Second goal, also not his fault. Why? Because the defenseman screens for the enemy. Literally, he's like, the guy's getting ready to shoot. You can see that like, Hellebuyck is like ready to block it. He's like, I got this shit. It's fine. And then I think Morrissey just like skates right in front of him. And Morrissey's fat ass blocks the puck.
Don't
and
be
it goes
rude.
in.
Don't be rude.
Oh, fuck Morrissey right now. I'm really mad. And then Kyle Connor, hero, scores solo versus 2 people. Gets one in, and then Lowry like does a perfect like double play, and he gets a goal too. Everything was great.
And then the next goal.
And then the
Do
next
you want
goal-
to talk about the next goal?
You're trying to say that your boy does no wrong, but I feel like you're about to say he about to do something
He
wrong.
did something really wrong,
So there's a rule in hockey.
which I think I kind of agree with that. It should get ruined. Fuck it.
You're just saying that because you were on the wrong end of this, but it's okay.
It's true.
So you cannot kick the puck into the net,
Okay,
right?
that makes sense.
You can't kick it in there, right? So what happens when the puck hits somebody's skate that looks like they might be like kicking it, right? There's a review process that happens.
I see.
Right? So what happens is the Stars are near the front of the net, right? And they're like battling, and there's a puck, right? And there's a rebound
And it
comes
goes
off.
like it flies this way.
Yeah. And one of the Stars players kind of fucking
You can kind of see it.
he gives
Yeah.
him a little.
I think they
Okay.
did say he did kick it, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So it's obvious the puck was kicked, right?
Can it not be kicked at all, or just into the net?
It can be kicked. It just cannot be kicked into the net.
It cannot be kicked into the net, and there are some other qualifiers on that as well. And we'll get to that. So he kicks it, right? Hellebuyck scrambling to save, right? Scrambling to save the puck, right? Keep it out of the net, right? His stick hits the puck. It goes in the net.
Like own goal.
So like basically
goal,
he does
basically.
this, and the stick's angle is perfect. So the puck hits the stick, and it goes into the
Bounces
net.
right in the
Oh,
net. Yeah.
but it would have not counted if it was just a.
If it was just kicked in,
Yes.
no.
I
Yes.
see.
So the argument then started, which is why. So this is kind of hilarious to watch, right? So these 2 refs go over, and they start review process, and apparently it gets escalated to the point where they had to call Toronto.
Yes.
Which has the
that's
like.
their hockey center.
That's
They're
the
like-
hockey center.
They have to call Toronto.
Yeah.
Yes, Toronto, New York
There's, like-
are the 2 places where they determine the hockey rules, and I believe this game Toronto was in charge of making sure the rules are followed. Okay,
Yep.
and this is the ruling says that if the puck is kicked,
Yes.
if there is a deflection, it doesn't count. But if it was propelled, it does count. So basically, if the puck gets kicked
Held specifically by the goalie's
by the goal, yeah,
stick.
by the goalkeeper's stick.
Yes.
So if the puck flies, hits the goalkeeper's stick, and the goalkeeper was just like standing there, and it deflects into the goal, no goal. But basically, if it looks like he moved it in such a way that it enters the goal because of his action, it counts.
But he's not a goalie.
He is a goalie. Hellebuyck
Oh.
is their goalie.
Hellebuyck is their
And
goalie.
if you watch the clip, you can see him lose his balance and he falls over, and the stick kind of does this at the same time, and he propels the puck into the goal. Now, the
see.
argument from my understanding, because I watched the post thing, right? The argument from the Jets are like, he lost his balance. There's no way that was the intent. And then people are like, well, now we're judging intent. No, like that's not how this is going to work. So
Yeah.
they ruled it as a goal.
Unfortunately.
Which I think is fine. That's what the rules say. It's what the rules say.
Yeah.
I'm very salty about it because it like deflated the entire team.
Absolutely
Oh,
nuked
no.
them.
It nuked
absolutely
everyone
deleted them.
because
And the Stars scored again 14 seconds later.
no, but you could see the team was done. Like they were done. They were not going to win that game anymore.
I mean, how many points were they behind before that?
It was tied before.
It was tied.
Before the kick goal.
Yes.
How much time was left?
Like
Like half a game, basically.
yeah. No.
Yeah,
It was
it was-
third period.
Was it third
It was
period?
third period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess the
Thought it was
mental
second.
the mental boom for that is
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then they scored right. Like you could see, nobody cared anymore. Like they scored right after. Everybody was, and even like, I understand why they did it, but like, even usually what ends up happening is like, hey, you're 2 down. Fuck it. Like just try to win the game. Like they let the clock run out with like 5 seconds left on their side, which is not normal for the
Yeah,
Jets
yeah,
because
yeah.
the only reason they're here is because they scored 2 goals in like under a minute,
Yeah.
like famously. So you just saw the entire team was done. They just wanted to go
whatever.
home.
Go next.
Yeah, they just wanted to
basically
go
like,
next.
go next.
It was kind of sad.
That's tough.
But talking about sad hockey games,
Yeah, no, Leafs fucking blew it yesterday. Big
Oh,
time.
jeez.
Huge.
Wall, who is their goalkeeper, fought for his fucking life.
Yeah, I think he saved 35 out of 37 shots.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, and you know how many the Leafs scored?
How many?
0.
Dude.
Yeah,
Was it
our
0 to
offense
4?
is fucking.
So wait, but there is something that I guess I missed. I haven't watched the videos yet, but something about the Panthers are like filing complaints against the Leafs.
There was a hit at the end of the game.
The Domi hit.
Yeah.
But no, apparently towards like what's his name? Austin Matthews.
Why?
I don't know.
What's a dummy hit?
I don't know. Anyways.
So Domi is a very famous Leaf player who is a pacifist, I would say.
No violence.
He is
exists in his
he is
body.
the most he's probably one of the most violent players on the ice to the point where
So-
referees will say you're on your best behavior tonight, right? And he'll go like, yeah. Like they are
He's the hockey community likes to say that people like this play on the edge,
he does, yeah.
right? So like, he's inclined to hit hard, right? He's
Break a
inclined to
couple
like,
legs.
I mean, like, if it happens as a result of the play,
I cannot
then
believe
it
It's happened a
I
lot of
actually-
times.
I
This has
cannot
happened a
believe-
lot
I
of
can't
times.
believe this is the tone we're talking about.
No. But this is how the hockey community views this, right? And like
Yes.
fans of teams that have players like this will defend their players.
I mean, I'm the
right?
same with Rempe.
Yeah, exactly.
I will defend
and, like,
Max
I'm sure
Rempe.
that the Florida Panthers fans defend Sam Bennett. at
They do,
every
100%,
count.
yeah.
And the Sam Bennett is like worse than Max Domi at this.
Yes,
Like,
no, Bennett is
historically.
historically probably the worst. I feel like it's Bennett, Rempe, and Domi. I feel like are close second,
Yeah,
third.
as far as current players go, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all-time fucking Scott Stevens is.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
the guy ended like 6 careers or something. Like,
Holy shit, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. But yeah, so like they're beloved by their teams because they are like, they're usually the guy like sticks up for the other guy when it gets hit bad or something,
Mm-hmm.
or is there to, take the punches.
They're
and
the
fight.
enforcer.
Yeah,
you
basically
can
the
think like they're
enforcer.
like the guy who takes care of shit.
Yeah.
When bad things happen on the ice.
Yeah. So game ends, right? Game is over. Third period. Horn is blown. Leafs lose 2-0, right? And it's after the game, and Max Domi sees I think Sasha Barkov,
Markov. Yep.
one of the main is it the captain of the Panthers?
He's not the captain,
No.
but he's just one of the like old guard,
yeah,
basically.
one of the big players on
Yeah,
Florida,
like
right?
yeah, you know, like there's a set of old players that like keep everybody in check and or like keep morale up. He's like their guy.
Yeah, and Max Domi just fucking rams the fuck into him.
Dude.
Yeah, well, just like basically imagine the game never ended and he had the puck, right? That is the level of hit.
But like
That's
also
insane.
remember, like both of these guys are like 230 pounds.
Yeah.
They're huge
Does-
motherfuckers.
Domi's small. Domi's small.
Oh, Domi's small?
Yeah, I don't think he's 6 foot.
Okay,
I
Rempe
think
is
he-
huge. I'm
yeah,
used to
Rempe's
Rempe.
insane, but yeah, no.
I'm so confused. But like, you can't. I understand that like violence in the regular game is just part of the game, but like,
Post game, yeah.
no, that's
No,
that's,
it's, I mean the second the thing ends, I think it's assault.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's
It
not,
is,
that's
100%.
not bullshit.
The
man.
play ends if there is more contact that is unwanted. That should be assault.
Yeah,
like
what the
legal
fuck?
assault.
Yeah. So
Like,
how is this going over then?
as far as I know, he got fined the maximum fine allowed under the collective bargaining agreement, which is like $5,000.
Yeah, he took
To
5K
mine-
to punch somebody basically.
I
to,
guess so.
To my knowledge, there hasn't been a suspension issued.
I don't think there's going to be a suspension.
I would doubt that.
No.
there's-
I mean, yeah. So, the Rangers equivalent. This is Max Rempe. He is. We looked this up. He's like 6'6" or some shit.
Holy
fuck
He's
shit.
like 6'6",
huge.
way over 200 pounds. He plays for the New York Rangers. He literally like when he comes on stage, the fans. It's not stage. The ice. The fans will like yell and scream his name. Because usually when it's like, oh, he's like a second period hero. If your team's down, you put him down there. He will refuse goals, and he will also take out the offensive line like no tomorrow. And sometimes it's even hard to like hit him. He's been fined a lot. He's also been like suspended a
yeah.
lot because
really?
basically like he will pick a player. That player is going to go home with a blue eye. Like that's what's going to happen. But the thing that he does really well is that he knows he's big and he knows how much he weighs. He, for some reason, has this really uncanny ability to like tell when someone can run into him and he won't take damage, but the other guy will. So like you can just see him like he'll scan the ice and he's like, that motherfucker. And like he will skate in such a way that you will run into him. But he's so much bigger than most people. They just smash into him and like
Yeah,
bail out.
there are some expert hitters in the NHL.
I
Like
see.
they're fucking
Ovechkin?
really good at it. Yeah,
Oh,
Ovechkin.
mm.
The Canadian,
Okay,
yeah.
the Canadian Ovechkin.
Yeah, the Canadian. Yeah.
It's a treat to watch Ovechkin. He doesn't get mad often, but when he does,
Yeah.
So they're like his strat is basically to just like dive in front of a fucking car, basically.
yeah, but he's the bigger car.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So like,
That's
but he does this to players. You're like, there's no way he's gonna floor this guy, right? Like, you know, he can floor him if he hits him, but there's no way he can tank this and make this guy get floored.
My guy
but
has
one of
zero
the
self-preservation.
yeah, yes, it's true. It's really true. But he did this to like, what's his name from the? Well, he doesn't play for the Bruins anymore. He plays for the Panthers now.
Marchand?
Yeah, he did this to Brad Marchand.
Yeah, good. Fuck that rat.
I know you know I know you
Piece
hate
of
him,
shit.
but Brad Marchand is not a small guy. Like he's a big fucking dude.
He's
and
kind of small.
doesn't he weigh like a shit ton?
I think he weighs quite a bit, but he's a
Like
short
maybe
king.
maybe
He's-
small for hockey.
Oh,
guy.
probably.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, on the street, you'd look at the guy and be like, Jesus Christ, keep away from me, like
Yeah.
God. But
Oh no, he is actually really small.
yeah,
Damn, roast him.
yeah.
He's 5'9", 180 pounds.
Goddamn, kind of small.
He's smaller than me.
Mhm.
I could be a hockey player. Okay. He's so old.
Yeah,
He's 37.
yeah. He's a fucking rat.
Why do you hate him so much?
He's okay. So
He's the
again,
Leafs killer.
Again, he is
the Leafs
He's
killer.
the class of player that, like, if he played for the team that you like, right, you are in love with this guy. He's amazing, right? Because
He also
he's
looks
not
like an
afraid-
asshole.
He's not afraid to hit. He's not afraid to like mix it up and get in fights, right? He's also a crazy good hockey player. He just scores goals like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's fucking great. And on top of it, he's a fucking asshole to the other team.
He looks
Just-
like an asshole.
he's got like every now and then one of the players will get like mic'd up, basically. Like they'll send him out there with a microphone. So
Oh,
like,
really?
So like
Yeah,
the
he's not been
sports-
allowed this year.
Yeah, so the sportscasters can like listen in, right?
On the
so, like,
comms?
you know, people can like understand what's going on, right?
Yeah.
whenever he was mic'd up or around him, right, you can hear him just fucking chirping
Yeah,
all
dude, I
night
fucking
long,
oh
dude.
god, I hate. I hate
like
that.
imagine not being able to turn off all chat, and you had the best chirper on the enemy team possible.
I fucking hate this guy. I fucking hate.
Like
He went up to Ovechkin once and he called him, "Oh, old man, I didn't know you still played." And then Ovechkin responds with, like he's like, first of all, he's like, "I'm not that much older than you."
I'm a year older than
like
you. Shut the
he's
fuck
he's
up.
like not that much older. He's like, "I'm not that much older than you," and he goes, "Oh, TikTok, Russian passport," and he skates away.
Okay, that's just kind of funny. That's just kind of funny though.
the problem is his chirps are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
too.
That was just
So,
kind
like-
of. That's not B. I think that's just silly.
It is silly.
There's- yeah,
no,
but-
no, but he BMs too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he,
yeah.
he will whistle whenever he gets close to goalkeepers, like really loud.
My
Yeah,
guy
he's-
is like playing at the professional level and still yelling brick.
Yeah.
That's
So-
insane. That's insane.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
he's an amazing player.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Um,
He's been incredible for
he-
so long too.
He has had some really dirty hits. That
on Ovechkin too.
yeah,
like,
on-
specifically.
on a bunch of people. Like he's specifically known for like a couple neon knee hits, which like usually lead to like big long-term injuries for the
Dude.
player that you hit, and also slew footing, which is essentially the same thing but behind. It's like a really dangerous way of tripping.
Slew footing.
Slew
What
footing.
is
Yeah.
this? Like you hit the back of the knee?
Yeah, basically the back of the knee. Yeah. So you kind of like come in with your feet. You're going forward. The other player's like has their back to you, and you just take out their legs with your legs.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
It's really, really, really dangerous.
Yeah, because then you just fucking fall flat on your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or both of you.
And there's
fall flat
also
on your back.
knives involved
Yeah.
on
Yes.
your feet.
Yeah,
It's-
that's insane.
Yeah. He's had some really dirty hits and like, you know,
Yeah, he's an interesting
but
player.
and like he's fucking insanely sick. Guy's got fucking great shot.
I
It's
hate
great.
the asshole yapper archetype though. That
But the problem is he's just like Leffen in that he backs it up.
yeah.
Like he's been so good for so long. You're like, oh god, fuck
no,
you.
but
Yeah, he's
I'm
on-
just. It makes me so bitter though.
I understand.
He was on he was 1/3 of what hockey analysts called for like 3 or 4 years the perfection line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nasty.
Who was the full line?
Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand, and I think David Pasternak.
Are they just best in their like roles? Or?
Pasternak.
They're just fucking.
They
good at-
yeah. So
just
so
3 forwards, they can put the puck in at will.
So
basically. Just
the best
at
way to
will.
describe this is like you're duo queued. I'm not even joking. Like fucking, it's like Draisaitl and
Yeah.
oh my god, what's
And
his-
McDavid.
And McDavid. Like they play together, and like if they're both on the ice, the chances are that they will score in the game is almost 100% at this point.
Holy shit.
Like they are insane players together, and usually if you have a third person, it becomes like it's insane. Like they don't have a third person in the Oilers at the moment, not anymore at least. But basically, like those three
I
would.
think isn't it Hyman on that line too? Or is it? I don't know who it is, so it's-
he doesn't play with them. He is on the same shift usually with them.
Oh, okay. Maybe the second
But
line.
basically, like those three would play together, and like you would put them in at the same time, and they just know how to play off each other, and it's just like, oh, here they come. Just-
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's just the chemistry. You got the chemistry of the line.
Sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Jets don't have this. We've got like 2 good players who know what they're doing, and like the offensive line. Well, that's not fair. We have a lot of good players who know what they're doing in the offensive line, but we don't have any that like can do the whole triplet thing or doublet thing. It's usually like Adam Lowry figures out what to do, scores, or Kyle Connor figures out what to do and scores,
Yeah,
or
or
Ehlers
just-
figures out what to do and
Yeah,
scores.
somebody gets a good pass or makes
Yeah.
a good pass and opens somebody else up.
Yeah, but it's not like fucking.
But it's not like
Draisaitl
consistent, like
and-
fucking
Like
clockwork.
teamwork,
Like
I
I
see.
know what you're thinking and I'll be there.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always really satisfying to see that in any kind of sport.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I'm like, it's like
it's-
duo queuing. It's
It
crazy.
It looks amazing. Like when you pull that shit off, it's fucked up.
So
Or when
sick.
McDavid just runs through fucking 5 guys and scores all on his own. So
Well, that's the thing, right? When McDavid does that shit, you're like, oh, he's done this 5-guy thing. This is crazy. It's not like a 50-50 shot on the goalkeeper. He's like, no, because Draisaitl's behind the goalkeeper. Like he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he knew that McDavid would make it through everybody.
Yeah.
He just trusted him, and he goes directly towards where he needs to be to score. It's fucking crazy.
That's insane. One of those jobs seems a little harder than the other one, though.
Oh no, for sure. McDavid won $1 million like every year during
yeah,
the
I mean Connor McDavid's
Yeah.
just
Wait, what
So-
do you mean?
so
won
he's
$1
the best
the
million?
hockey player alive
NHL
right now.
every year, every team puts in like a certain amount of money to get to $1 million, and then they all put their best players, or like that's not true. Anybody can apply, so any player can apply, and they basically make like an obstacle course, and whoever can go through the obstacle course the quickest, which is like it's a bunch of different passes, different scoring types, like impossible shots, all this shit, and so every player does this. McDavid has won 8 of the last like 10.
Damn.
He's an insane player.
I think without a shadow of a doubt, he is the greatest living hockey player right now.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah.
like he can do shit that like Wayne Gretzky could only dream of. He can do shit that Alex Ovechkin can only dream of. Like, it's insane.
Damn,
if he
who-
has a long career, it's fucking Jover.
Dude,
Like-
who the fuck is this guy? That's crazy.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
born in Toronto, I think.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Greater Toronto area.
he betrayed Toronto to go to the Oilers.
Fuck the Oilers. That's all I'm saying.
He's like incredible. He's like the faker of fucking Canada.
Yeah, dude. I was
It's
waiting
like-
for someone to say
I was
that.
gonna say I gotta
Yeah.
finish it off.
That's
All right,
funny.
let me do the one last. Anyway, so moving on. I have you heard the Ludwig bit? Not even bit. The story where he goes, there's nothing more biting than when like a woman makes fun of you. Or like, have you heard this one? With, like Lee Pichu and the others where he's like, I'm an athlete, and then they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. So this basically happened to me
Well,
over the weekend.
Okay, so
But
in,
worse.
in Ludwig's case, like him saying that he's an athlete is
It's really funny.
really fucking
It's
funny.
really
It's very funny. Yes, I
'Cause
understand.
He's just
He's not. Yes.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I'm
he's
trying to
strong,
get
but
the
he's just not
vibes.
an athlete.
I'm just trying to get well, he's a Red Bull athlete, so
You're right. Red Bull athletes are fucking doing tip to tip.
dude. I bet you he couldn't survive if he drank 3 Red Bulls. I think it'd be over for him.
yeah, he is
I
kind
don't-
of a lightweight, isn't
I
he?
don't think he could
Dude.
handle.
He can't drink it like I can, so please sponsor us, Red Bull.
That's so funny. Okay, so in what way are you not
So-
an athlete?
No. I never said this. I just wanted you to have the concept in your mind of just getting absolutely fucking killed.
I see.
So remember how last week I was just like, oh, I got called big by 2 people.
Big,
By 2
By
people.
people that he respects.
Yeah, it was incredible. Like, oh my god.
yeah.
So I go the weekend for Mother's Day. I go to my mom and my dad's house, and my sister is there. My sister's like, "Can I tell you something?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Like, but your ego will be hurt, and I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" And
Dude, I didn't know about this. Sister L.
Sister L.
What the fuck? That's so fucked up.
Wait. Wait, roll up.
Okay,
Wait,
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I'll just like, but you can't hurt your ego. I was like, okay, it's fine, whatever. The fuck, like, tell me what's going on. She's like, yeah. So I'm gonna person who shall remain unnamed, but is one of her friends.
Uh-huh.
She goes, if Hassan just like started working out, he'll look great.
Dude. No one. That's fucked up. Nah. Nah, fuck
And
that.
then Karma's like, well, he does like almost every day, I think. And she goes, oh wow.
Dude, I'm mad for you. That's frustrating
I
as
just
fuck.
started laughing. It's whatever. I'm just saying. Basically, I mean, you guys know I go to the gym because it's fun. All these things are personal aesthetics, but but the brainworm of you're the smallest guy has gotten one tiny treat and it's over.
That's insane.
It's time to get steroids, boys.
No, but also I feel like the perception of what a guy who works out looks like across like anybody. It's not just the men. Okay.
oh yeah.
I feel like it's just so skewed. They're like, oh yeah, I mean, if you if you do a couple push-ups a day, you should just be jacked as fuck, right, Chad?
Yeah, exactly. That's how
It's
this
like
works.
I don't know. I don't know where to explain
Yeah.
things like that. I don't know.
And then Carmen goes, "Look, no, I'm pretty sure like he can, because her fiance slash well, I actually know what their relationship is. Whatever. They're like you know, I'm pretty sure he's stronger than this person."
Yeah.
And she goes, "What, really?" And then she's like, "I'm pretty sure he's stronger than this
Dude.
person."
See, this is the thing. Like, I feel like it's also the same people who like it irks me so much that like, if you don't actually know like in good detail of like what strength is, but you also kind of give a shit or like have an opinion on it. Man,
It's a
that,
tough-
that,
it's a
that,
tough
that
cookie.
combo. Like, regardless if it's like working out or just like skill in anything, where you just kind of have a take, but you know like nothing about. Fucking pisses me off. Anyway, what I'm really saying is you should fire back and ask her to post bench.
Post bench. That's how this works.
Post bench. Then we'll talk.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that your sister told you before telling you, like, and still told you this.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
like
how it
that's
happens.
fucked up. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. There's so many layers. There's so many layers. It's all fucked up. all the way down.
You know, the hypersonic missile had to hit at some point, and
Yeah, I
she's like,
guess
"Fuck
so.
it."
This is how he finds out, chat.
But yeah,
At least you know your sister went to bat for you. Was
Yeah.
like, no, you're wrong.
she did. She did go to Batman
Yeah.
for me, and this is
That's good.
This is thank you. But also funny as fuck. I started laughing, so I'm like, yeah, this is how this happens.
Yeah. Also,
We
this is
also
so
made a
live.
friend at the gym.
Oh yeah, we made a friend at the gym. I kind of told you about this a
I
little
think
bit.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does CrossFit,
Mm.
which is terrifying to me.
He's got that CrossFit, like, I guess, body type.
He's just got natty strength.
Yeah, he's fucking.
Guy can
It's just
fucking
strong
put it in the
as
air.
fuck.
It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
He
bro.
went like, oh, because we were warming. I think did you tell him about the warm up,
Yeah, we were warming. I told him we were warming up on
the deadlifts?
on deadlifts, and we had like what was it, like 155 or something?
We had 250. We basically had 55 plates on.
Yeah.
As a warm up, and he goes, "Oh, okay." And then I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna go up," and then we doubled it because it was a warm up. And he goes, "This is the most weight I've ever done." And then he just fucking
He just
sets
fucking
it out.
reps it out. It's like
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
bro, what the fuck? It's just-
I wonder if his hamstrings are still there. Or if
He's just at home.
in bed.
I'm still thinking of your dad's fucking
Stats.
some bullshit, man.
66-year-old man.
No, that's fucked up.
Again,
God,
if I didn't
fuck.
witness it, I would have been like, oh, you
I
know what the
wish
fuck
I
are you
wish
saying,
I
old
was
man?
so close to at least being equal in the deadlift, but he just fucking mogs me like that. he just has it like that.
Yeah. I
This
mean-
might be the final push I need to just fucking get
You gotta go
in there.
back. You gotta go.
What was it? 315 for 6?
315 for 10 is the squat.
Oh,
And-
wait, no. He's squatting 315?
He's squatting 315.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, and then
What's his deadlift?
his deadlift was 400 for 6.
No, it wasn't
It
400.
was.
It wasn't 4. No. Wait. Roll it back. It was not 400 for 6.
It was 400 for
Dude.
Okay, okay, that's, you know what? I'm being generous. It was 400 for 5. The sixth one was him dying.
No, dude.
4 for
I
5.
am not casually just putting up 2,000 fucking pounds. Shut the fuck up.
2,000. Oh, you mean total? I was like, yeah.
Like, that's insane.
But again, think about it. This guy has been training since he was 24.
Yeah, but he's fucking 66.
He's
man.
66. It's true. This
All
is
right.
true.
I
This is-
understand.
yeah.
I understand there's a lot of training to be had, but he's
He's
come on.
He's 66 years old.
That's not fair.
It's not fair. It is
not
not. I understand. Okay, look. So you're hearing this. I was in the gym as this was happening to me.
Yeah, that's fair. That would make me want to put the weight
Yeah,
back.
like
just completely.
I'm doing like a 45 plate and a 10, and I'm slowly dying.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, okay." And he pulls off the 10, slaps on a 45,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
reps
yeah,
out
yeah,
10.
yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck me, I
Yeah.
guess."
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. God damn it. Dude, 400. Oh, I thought it was close to one of
Son,
them.
you're doing really good. Now just watch me. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Yeah, I don't really do deadlifts and squats that much anymore. I'm worried about my back because I'm old." And I'm like, "Okay."
Worried about your back. Worried about your back.
Yes, this is you. You see what I grew up with? You understand? God, Will's gonna kill him. Will's gonna drive out and execute my father.
I'm actually mad as fuck. My guy could probably lift he could probably like flip a truck on his side, dude. Like worry about your back. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm so sorry. I don't believe you. You're just hiding your power level.
Exactly. I'm getting sandbagged by my dad because this is bullshit.
We're coming for him, right?
Okay, I agree. I need revenge.
No, we need to get him back for this. Unacceptable.
Yeah, no. The culmination of the story is that when he was doing this, it really jacked like proper bodybuilder. Walks up, he's like, "How old are you?" And my dad responds like, "Oh, I'm 66," and he says, "I wish I had a tenth of your strength when I'm your age." And I'm like, "Don't fucking stroke his ego more."
No, but he kind of just got it like that. He kind of
Your dad looks at you and is just like, why don't you talk to me like this? I'm your father.
I believe I called him Achu Sharmuta when he was doing it, which means the brother of a whore. as he was just repping this shit out.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, I had to witness it. I had to be there for you have to show me. I want to know because we talked about it that day.
Yeah.
And I needed to know what the numbers are, for real. Because I knew what the ballparks were. I'm like, oh, okay, this is bullshit.
Yeah, but at that time it was just this is just myth content. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now you have the numbers.
Now I have the numbers. I'm like, and I witnessed them.
Crazy.
Dude,
Crazy.
Demon.
fucked.
Oh my gosh. What else happened? What happened this weekend? It was hot as balls.
Yeah. It was very hot. It sucked.
It was hot. I
Yeah.
will say it was nice and sunny. I liked being in the backyard with my dog at my parents' place, but it was when I came back my apartment.
Yeah.
Dude, my apartment was
Dude, I
fucked up.
on Sunday on Mother's Day I went to the memorial with my family,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hot as hell, and there's no shade where we went, and also the line was fucking crazy. Everyone was there for Mother's Day. It was insane. It was the most I did not think that place could actually be that packed, and so we get to the site, and my mom's like, okay, so I hope we're all ready. I have this Buddhist chant ready. I'm like, yeah, just he could just do it after we're done paying our respects and stuff. She's like, yeah, it's gonna be roughly 30 minutes. I'm like, dude, come on. I know that was Mother's Day, but it's 90 outside. Please. There's no shade. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. I got fucking God.
Somehow even Will, the warrior of the sun, has had too much
no,
sun.
that was too much sun. Let it be known. I lost to the sun that day. And also I inted myself on the drive there because I was like, I have the AC on and everything. I don't know why the fuck it's still so hot. Or the fan's not working. I had the car AC in the fog mode, and I was blasting the AC. I'm like, where the fuck is it? And then on the way back, I was like, fuck.
Oh no.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. No.
Yeah, it was a good time. We also ate okay. So my cousin also another crazy side story from that. So we got lunch and we also got boba. And it should be an easy story, right? Problem is he is all about the trends, so he knows all the new hotspots that just dropped, and basically what that translates over to is that it is 12, and I know I'm not gonna be able to eat until 1:30.
Yeah.
Because the lines for these new places are always just popping.
Yeah.
Okay, but you would think, okay, what I'm about to say is line up for food. It take a minute. You eat the food, then you go to boba. It line up for a minute. You drink the boba. You go home. If only it were that simple. If only. The thing is, right, the boba place is so fucking popular that what we had to do was pull up to the boba place, line up, place the order. The order was going to take a fucking hour. So we went to go to the restaurant, but he was tag team with my other cousin who was already in line for that restaurant. So after all of this shit, it still took us an hour to be seated.
No. Nah.
So then we sit down, we eat. It's good. It's spicy food. I fucking absolutely destroyed my guts last night. Then we go back. We have the boba, and then you know it's fucking 4 p.m.
It's a reoccurring
Dude,
story.
it's fucking 4 p.m. Yeah, I know. I know. Like, there's not a world where I learn my fucking lesson.
It's just
Okay?
It's just
This is-
funny.
this is
It's
why
It's just every other day. Oh, I destroyed my guts last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. No, this is like I'm incredibly sleep deprived because it was really bad. Okay, it was really bad, guys. Dude.
It's like-
My only solace is that Zoe's in Hawaii right now, and they did not have to witness this. Okay, it was fucking bad.
Jackie says like.
Actually, I had to drop him. I had to drop him off at my friend's place yesterday.
Oh, so you didn't witness it?
No,
here?
I'm-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm both me and Zoe
Oh,
will be
yeah,
out of
you're
the
taking
house.
off, yeah.
Yeah. And then he's busy tonight, as am I, and so I dropped him off yesterday. So I was alone and dying in peace. Dude. I don't know when I'll hit the day where I'm like, no, I will not do this to myself. But
Not today.
not today.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find that day too. I still when every now and then you just you got to get that hot
See, but-
spicy shit, and just.
But you have that every now and then built in.
No, this is
Yeah.
like every fucking. That's like every 3 days. He goes like,
Yeah.
I can't move. Oh, it happened. He's like, I destroyed myself. It's just like, bro.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
adapting at this point.
No.
Like you gotta.
Yeah, I just kind of don't have a digestion set up, no intestinal tract or anything. It's just burnt to a crisp at this
Oh
point.
man. Oh, one more thing over Mother's Day, which was funny. We watched the original Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Have you watched this movie?
No.
Nope.
So the movie is kind of awesome. Okay, it's
It's Judge Dredd a Marvel?
no, it's a
No.
British comic.
Oh, okay.
L.
No, British comic. It was made by the Good Brits.
Where is Good Brit?
It was made by a Spaniard and a Scottish American
Oh, okay.
in Britain. So the only good Brits are the non-Brits.
Okay. So just non-English. Understood.
Exactly.
Okay,
they
that's-
just happen.
that's all you had
They
to
happen
say.
to live there. But long story short, we watched this movie, and I'm not gonna lie, young Sylvester Stallone, insanely hot.
Yeah, that's
It's kind of crazy.
common W.
Yeah. But then the movie itself is fucking hilarious. You can see that he had so much fun playing this character. Like he delivers all the one-liners, and you can see him try not to laugh at himself every now and then.
That's so
where
good.
he says a one-liner, and the whole point is the character is like deadpan, like he's super straight-faced. He cares about the law, right? And he goes, "I am the law," and most of the time he pulled it off. But there's one scene where you can see the guy goes. He basically, to hide from getting killed, he hides inside of a robot. And he drags him out of the robot, and he goes, "You for tampering with state machinery, that's 5 years in jail because of it's this is a reoccurring problem that you're doing." And the guy goes, "Well, I did it to stay alive." And then what am I supposed to do? Because it was a shootout, and they were on a high rise. And then Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd straight face says, "You should have jumped from the window." And then he's like, "I would have died." He's like, "But it's legal." and you see, you see Stallone's lip just twitch ever so slightly as he's holding it together.
That's so good.
And the character goes, "What? This has to be crazy. This is some other circumstance. There has to be something in the law that lets me get out of this." And he responds with, "I am the law."
Yeah.
No, the movie is incredible.
That
All
sounds
the
like a good time.
armor is made of plastic. Very obviously, it's made of plastic.
That's so good. When was this shot?
1994 or
Oh, hell
something.
yeah.
It's 30
Back
years
back
ago.
when I could still understand Sylvester Stallone's lines.
Yes. He also, what else was there in that movie that I can think of that is unique?
I deadass feel like I need subtitles for shit that he's in today. Like Creed, dude. I could not understand a word that man was saying.
Let me show you a picture of him in his Dredd costume.
No.
Yes.
Dude, the fucking cod piece.
It's
Dude,
awesome.
That's insane.
Oh my
They
god.
they
dude.
even talk about his cod piece.
I'm so okay. I'm so sorry, but I feel like this is just a neo-Nazi OC.
Yes. So well yes. The whole point of for besides this movie, the movie does an okay job, but like the comics themselves, they were designed like the writers are like, no, we're making a fascist cop. And in the comics, it's even more extreme. Like his visor, every time light glares on it, it has an SS symbol.
Bruh.
Yeah, and like he has a fasci on his shoulder, like the bundle of sticks that represents the fascist party.
That's insane.
He also says incredible lines like, "Being a citizen isn't a right; it's a privilege," and other things like, well, to protect the law, you have to give up freedom sometimes, and just shit like that. Like the dude is a fascist. Like the whole point is that he's a fascist cop, and they made it in the 1970s to, well, not only criticize the cops at the time, but also to criticize cops in the future and like their prediction of what they'll become.
I see.
Yeah, it's kind of they're
That's
kind
tough.
of spot on.
Yeah,
It's
they
fucking
kind of
horrifying.
got him.
And also like there's a whole plot line about the whole bad apple effect with spoilers for a comic book from the 1970s.
No.
But the whole point is that Dredd is a perfect clone with genetics. No, very specific genetics that are supposed to be perfectly law-abiding. So he's the most law-abiding genetics person there, and he's a white guy, very specifically,
Yeah,
right?
that's funny.
And then his brother Rico is defective, and he inherited all the genes that make him the perfect criminal.
Is he brown?
He's not brown, but he's heavily implied to be of immigrant descent. Not the writers aren't, racist. They're doing it on purpose to
Yeah,
show
yeah,
that
obviously.
like yes, yeah. And the guy isn't even bad. He is just a human where he goes, well, we live in this corrupt city. The cops are corrupt. So he ends up doing corrupt shit, not because like he wants to, but because he has to like ensure that his friends and family are safe. And then Dredd, kills his own brother. And like the crime is that he's not a machine, but he's a human. So like they're kind of just showing how like the whole point is that if like the cop to Fash is like this perfect, like no emotions, doesn't give a shit, will follow the law to the T, even kill his own brother, and like but point in case, there's like this they cover the bad apple idea, like how every cop agency is like they're bad apples. In the thing like the Dredd comics kind of go through how like, oh no, you could be literally the most law-abiding cop, and you will still do horrible shit. Like it's kind of interesting. And then you watch the American movie, and it's like a fucking comedy with Sylvester Stallone, and it is hilarious. He at one point there's a Coors Light commercial.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, that would be the only way I could imagine you could make that palatable for American audiences.
Yeah, like removing all the fascist shit besides like the uniform, unless you're, keyed into, fucking fascist shit, you will not realize. People thought that he was just like an action figure. The people who were upset with the movie is the LAPD.
Huh. All right, that's all we have to say about
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, that was it. That was my weekend. What did you do?
Just
You
here.
sweated it out in the lab.
Yeah, I was just here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool in the lab. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
You only escaped from the sun.
Yeah. Luckily, yesterday wasn't as hot as the day before. So my
I heard
apartment-
Saturday was really bad.
Yeah, my apartment was livable after.
Yeah, that was the one nice thing. Because I also came in on Saturday. But, yeah, it was definitely a lot hotter in my own apartment at that point. So,
Yeah.
good God.
Yeah, I just kind of chilled. So.
All right. Any other stories?
Nah, I'm chilling.
All right. Goodbye, folks.
See ya.
Bye.